Well, hello there, guys. Good evening, and this is Nani. I'm still from the Crypto Doctor, and just wanted to drop off a quick one on the SEGWIT2X Hard Fork. So we have news that SEGWIT2X has been cancelled, which is actually some good news, I believe, because it was very contentious. But I wanted to draw your attention to something specific. Now let's go to the official, so-called information that was posted like a couple of hours ago, and all the information about how they believe in Bitcoin. They just want to keep upgrading it to make for smoother Bitcoin and acceptability and scaling. But the most important point I want to talk about is right here, where we are suspending our plans for the upcoming 2 megabytes upgrade. Now, suspending doesn't mean ending. So it might have been cancelled at the moment, but at the moment it has been suspended. So it will come back anytime and it could be anything. So this just means they did not get enough consensus and they are going to go home and possibly get prepared. Now, I understand that this is the time to be happy and to take profits and all those things and to decide. But the question is, what do we do now? The price of Bitcoin went up slightly before eventually trying to find a way to go. And as you can see along the markets, we have some big gainers. We have 6%, 25%, 26%, all the way to some in 30% and higher. So the question is, what should we do? And our advice, if you were holding any of these coins, it might be time to take profits and then decide. Because in this crypto space, this growth of 45% is phenomenal. Now you could say, okay, why should I sell when I could just keep going? But how long do you think this is going to keep going up? What about those who held from when it was somewhere that way, or those who had sell orders already? Now this is going to also get sold off eventually, as I believe. So when you have gainers like this, lock in profits and you can always keep some more to hold, because 50% profits, people take gains when you can, because now you're storing up. Because let's go to the Bitcoin chart and I'll show you. So this is the Bitcoin chart, and I made an analysis on my last video on what I thought. Very rowdy, but I believe eventually the price of Bitcoin is going to go all the way to 6,185. But when is it going to go there? We don't know. It's still struggling between this 50-day moving average and 25-day moving average to eventually decide. So it could eventually get down here for the price of Bitcoin, which will be an expectation if you look at this as a possible heads and shoulders formation, which it could be or it might not be. But the price will generally possibly go downwards from here, because the main reasons why people were holding and buying going up was for the gains, to expect big profits when the hard fork happened, or to get new coins. And now people are not going to get new coins, so people might sell. But also people could also sell, people could also buy at this moment. So you cannot be definitely sure on what people will be doing at the moment. So you have to make a plan. What is your plan of action? Now my plan of action is to watch the markets and see what happens. Now this is also another estimate. There are different ways to look at this. You can pull up anything and say this is where the price of Bitcoin is going to go, but it doesn't mean it's actually going to do that exact thing. And that is just the truth. Now this is an example using Thomas DeMark to try to predict where the price could go. And if this is the all-time high, we mean that the price will be expected to go somewhere around 6,500. But also using Fibonacci extensions, we could expect the price to bounce back to the 61.8 Fibonacci level, which would then take it back to 6,300. So which one do we go with? 6,300 due to Fibonacci extension, or do we go with the 6,500 due to Thomas DeMark? Or in other words, do we also go with the price saying 6,100 using my previous video, which was created due to the previous all-time highs and the Fibonacci levels and all those things? So at the end of the day, trying to track where these markets are going to go is possible, not impossible. But what is the probability that you're going to know what is going to happen next? Now everybody generally expects the markets to go down, but if it was going to go down, why did it get bought? Why did people buy it back up at 38.2 Fibonacci level. Maybe because some people still had active buy orders at the point, or because people just believe that Bitcoin should keep going up. And if it goes up, where is the limit? Nobody knows. So this has been my thought on what is happening in Bitcoin and what is happening in cryptocurrencies. The hard fork possibly cancelled, but most definitely suspended till the next time that Bitcoin has a big movement. Then I'll also want to talk about Bitcoin Cash. Now the question everybody is asking is, why is Bitcoin Cash going down? Isn't this the time for it to be going up? Now Bitcoin Cash is possibly going down because the argument they had was Bitcoin keeps getting forked and it's going to keep affecting the price of Bitcoin and all those things. But now, if SEGWIT2X has been cancelled, it means Bitcoin Cash has lost its argument, and then it's left on to go possibly one way, no way but down. So I'm not trying to beat on Bitcoin Cash, but that is just what I see happening. Now in the future it has a long way to go and it will be contentious, but for now Bitcoin Cash might possibly see gains maybe in the next few days, but for now it's going to trend downwards with the news. So thank you very much. That's been Binannce, and hope you've been informed by this. Signing out.